Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Going to talk about 5 things you should know. 5 things you should know 30 days into a relationship. Let me know who's there. Sonia, hey, hey. Y'all come on in. Let me know who's there. 5 things you should know 30 days in. We talked about 7 things you should 7 things you do to guarantee that they won't call you back. And tonight, we want to talk about 5 things you should know 30 days in. No, we talked about 7 things you shouldn't do or ask, but now we get into 30 days. And y'all tell me who's watching. And now we're talking about 5 things you should know 30 days in. They're just some things that you should just know. Because now 30 days in, you've invested time. You've invested time into this thing. And so there's some things you need to know. First date is not the time to ask these, but now you're 30 days in. You've talked to them probably every day. You've talked to them, or you've spent time with them. And now you're 30 days in. You're 30 days in. And so I want you to just take notes, or you can rewatch this. And I'm going to share with you some things that you should ask. You should want to know, because now you're going further with this person. What there's some information that you need, because you don't want to waste time. Time is your, hey Pamela, hey Sonia, hey Tiffany, because time is your greatest commodity. Time is your greatest commodity. And you don't have time to waste. First date, not so many questions. 30 days, that's a whole month. That's a whole month. Good evening, Shaquita. Good evening, Sierra. Yeah, so there's some things that you need to ask and that you want to know. And I believe there are things that I believe there are things that you should know to know whether or not you want to move forward. And so I want you to take note. There are only 5 things. Not gonna be long. Not gonna be long, but I'm not gonna be long. I'm sorry here, y'all. I'm not gonna be long, but I'm gonna be strong. So, number 1, things you should know from him. What do you like to do in your spare time? What do you like to do in your spare time? You know, because I date younger, it is assumed that an older man don't want to do a whole lot. That's not true. I'm ready to travel the world. I'm ready to do things that I've never done before. And that's why I want somebody that's ready to do that. I want somebody that's ready to do that. And so you're asking that because you want to make sure that you You want to make sure that you have somebody that matches your cadence, you know? You want to make sure you have somebody that matches your cadence. So this will teach you so much about the individual you're getting to know. Do they like to read? It will teach you, do they seek wisdom? Do they seek wisdom? Do they seek wisdom? Do they like do they like museums? Because that means that they like culture. Do they like to go to plays? Do they like music? They like the arts. They like entertainment. Because this will tell you. So reading, though, tells you that they are a seeker of continued wisdom. They are a student still, that they're learning. You don't want to be with anybody that don't want to learn. You don't want to be with anybody that want to continue to learn. Then you want to know, what are you reading? Y'all writing all this down. What are you reading? What are you reading? What are you reading? What are you reading? Are you reading a novel? Are they reading uh about life? What are they reading? What are you reading? Because what they read also tells you a lot about them. If they say they're not reading at all, then they may not be a seeker of knowledge. Y'all give me some comments. Who's all in? More people that are in than that are saying it in the comments. Are they open to travel? If you, I was married when I was married to Pastor Kim. 9/11 had just happened, so um, um, after 9/11, um, she didn't want to travel. I remember one time I had a trip to Africa. I had put my down payment down, and because she didn't want to go, I didn't want to go because everybody was wifed up. And so they have to. One of my dream trips is Dubai. I want to go to Dubai when the world opens back up fully. I want to go to Dubai. I want to go to Dubai. And so for me to get with somebody and I ask them, so do you like travel? No, I'm scared of planes. What? Do you have your freaking passport? Like, do you have your passport? You wouldn't work with me if you don't have your passport. You can get it, but it tells me a lot that you don't have your passport because you aren't a world thinker. What hobbies do they have? What do they like to do? We're talking about 5 things you should know in 30 days in. Because now you're getting somewhere. Okay, 30 days in. What hobbies do they have? What hobbies do they have? What do they like to do? Because their hobbies should be in line with yours. Not liking the same thing. You want somebody that can also enhance you and take you higher, but what's their hobbies? They like cycling. I like cycling. I have a bike right over there. Jet skiing. I like walks. I exercise. Let me tell you something. If you exercise, I need y'all to comment and I need y'all to give me some some thumbs. There's only 2. There's more people on here than that. If I exercise and she don't exercise, and she's always complaining about me exercising, that's not going to work. Because she's all gonna be like, why are you going to exercise? You don't need to exercise all the time. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. I need somebody that's going to at least be okay with me being healthy, because you want me around here. So I need you to be okay with me being healthy. So what do you like to do in your spare time is the question. What do you like to do in your spare time? Y'all got it? What do you like to do? Are they open to doing new things? Somebody asked me, say, you want to jump? Would you be okay to jump out of a plane? Yep. Yep. As long as you with me. Sure am. We can jump out of a plane together. We can do all that. As long as we're together. We go down together. What do you like to do in your spare time? Are you open to doing new things? That's right. Because if not, it's not going to work. All right. Number 2, 5 things you should know 30 days in. 5 things you should know 30 days in. Number 2, what habits are you struggling to break? What habits are you struggling to break? This insight will give you an idea of what they will get caught up in that could potentially affect you if things get serious. You want to know what habits they got? What habits you got? You pop pills, you smoke whatever you want to put in there. You need to know. You need to know what habits. What habits do you have? Because their habits may not be a habit. They drink a lot. Are they alcoholic? Are they an alcoholic? You need to know if they're an alcoholic, because those things could affect you. I don't care what they do, it don't affect me. Yes, it does. If the person is in your life, yes, it does. It affects you. And say, I don't want to know. 30 days in, you should know, because you're making the decision whether you're going to keep talking this. "30 days in, you want to know whether there's some habits. If you don't smoke, you may not want to. If you don't do edibles, y'all don't want to talk real. Okay? Y'all don't want to talk real, because we tolerate things from people that we don't do, and a wrong habit could take you down. It could bring you back. It could give you, I'm gonna let this sit here, trigger points. Y'all not saying anything. Y'all not saying anything. And so habits matter. There's some things, Sonia, that there's some things that can take you backwards, and you don't want to go backwards. So you need to know their hobbies. I mean, their habits. You need to know their habits. Habits that could be unhealthy in a serious relationship. Do you gamble? Are you going to take all of our money and go to the casino and lose it all? Do you go to strip clubs? Do you go to strip clubs? Do you go to strip clubs? I need to know, do you go to strip clubs? Are you going to take all of our money and go throw it at a naked woman? Drug abuse, alcohol abuse. What do you do? What is your vice? Is it pornography? I need to know that, because that's going to affect us. With 30 days in, I need to know the serious questions before I move on with you. Do you have any do you have any do you have any proclivities? What is your proclivity? If you got one, tell me, because you may be able to handle him going to the strip club. You may be able to handle Monique, Sherry, Angela. See, here's the thing. Y'all hear me say this all the time. Everybody got baggage. You have to decide the baggage you're going to let them bring in. Make a lot of money. They make a lot of money, but they gamble it all away. They gamble it all away. They gamble it all the way. They make a lot of money, but they gamble it all away. Number one, what do you like to do in your spare time? But number two, we getting serious. What habits do you have and you're struggling to break? And do you want to break them? Do you want to break them? Do ask them, do you want to break them? Because listen, I need to know. I need to know what I'm working with. Oh, Bishop, I'll pray him off for him. Foolishness. You don't need to start praying for somebody that you just got to meet. Why you want to struggle with somebody that you just met? Yeah, some people do say, it's how I am. Well, you're going to be how you are. Go be how you am, and I'm going to stay over here with me. Number three, what makes you happy? Because they have to make themselves happy. What makes you happy? Do they know what make them happy? What makes them happy? Number three, what makes them happy? What makes you happy? A lot of people don't know how to be happy, and they spend so much time trying to figure it out. You don't need somebody trying to figure out how to be what makes them happy. You don't make them happy. You ain't even been around. And you can't make them happy. You know why? Because if you can make them happy, then you can make them unhappy. Happiness is a feeling they have already. You enhance their happiness. If a person doesn't know what makes them happy, they might make you responsible for their happiness. If a person doesn't know what makes them happy, they will make you responsible for their happiness. As flattering as that might be to you, this is a dangerous job to assume somebody's happiness. It's a dangerous job to assume because on days where you're unable to show up for work, you will feel the sting of this. When you can't show up and make them happy, you will feel the sting of this. Actually, you're going to have to look at it from the beginning. Welcome. I need y'all to just like the little thumb. There's several of you on here, and it's not even half of those that are just like that thumb. It causes it to get in rotation more. Y'all do that for me, and leave all your comments and share it and tell other people. I'm trying to build this page. The more y'all do, I'm being consistent. You don't want the responsibility to have to show up. You don't want the responsibility to have to show up to cause somebody to be happy. Someone else's emotions are not your responsibility. Your emotions are not the responsibility of anyone's but yourself. Your emotions is not the responsibility of anybody else. Nobody else. Only you are responsible for your own emotions. Only you. Ashley, number one, what do you like to do in your spare time? That's the first thing you ask them. Number two, what habits are you struggling to break? Number three, what makes you happy? Do they know what makes them happy? You're not responsible for their happiness. And I remember I used to try to make people happy and I just buy them stuff and just make them happy. I'm not responsible. You have to find that happy place. You have to find that happy place. You have to find that happy place in you, and you have to let them do the same. Oh, I'm gonna make that man happy. I'm gonna rock his world. You a lie, because you're gonna have to keep doing that. That's right. Put it in. I'm not responsible for their happiness. 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 There are people you're living with right now. You're trying to do everything you can, buy them happiness, sex them happiness, everything just to make them happy. Number four, what type of work do you do and why do you choose it? What do you do? And why do you choose that? Is it just money for you, sir? Or you have a passion for it? Thank you, April. What type of work do you do and why do you choose it? What type of work do you do and why do you choose it? What type of work do you do and why do you choose it? Are y'all getting this? What type of work do you do? Why do you choose it? It tells you about them. You don't ask on the first date, where do you work? Nah, nope. What type of work do you do? What type of work do you do? And why do you choose it? Why do you choose to do that? The question will give you an idea as to what type of money they bring in. The question will cause, I'm trying to see these comments. I'm just, yeah, we love the Lord. Thank you. We appreciate it. But we're talking about relationships right now. We're with Jesus. We're believers. Thank you. Um, the question will give you an idea to what type of money they bring in. You want to know what they make without asking them, how much do you make? I mean, if they say they are policemen, you pretty much know what they make. If they say that they're a lawyer, you pretty much know what they make. Y'all getting it? This question will also give you an idea of the pressures of their job. Is their job demanding? How much time will they have for you? Now, when you ask me that question, I'll say that I'm a TV host. I'll say I'm a radio host. I'll say I'm an author. I'll say that I'm a relationship coach. I'll say that I have a YouTube channel that I give content to. I'll say that I have a YouTube channel that I do programs, I do shows that I'll say I have the men's show, the women's show. I'll say that I'm a pastor. I have to preach. I have to do sermons. I have clubhouse shows. I have dozens of, I have at least a half a dozen of shows. So that woman will say, whoa, he may not have time for me. That might be a fair assumption. It may not be, because I believe a man will make time for what he wants to make time for. A man will make time for what he um, has time for. A man will make time for what he has time, what he wants to make time for. So asking that question, a person's job sometimes speaks to the goals they have in a place. A person who works in a hospital may have goals to be a doctor. A person that working at CVS might be working to help a sick family member afford a prescription. A person who drives Uber might be doing it so as a side hustle because they're an entrepreneur and Uber is taking care of their overhead. Just because they work for Uber don't mean that that's a shabby job. They may be trying to get their life together, and this is flexible. I've ridden in Ubers before, and they said this is my second job because I'm funding this. Or I remember one guy told me, say, I'm working Uber to save up for a vacation for me and my wife to Europe for 10 days. Don't discount. You don't know that that's all that they're doing. We automatically look like, oh, Uber driver. And then one guy said that he was trying to buy something big for his wife. One guy said he was trying to buy something big for his wife. And so don't discount. Don't discount. Don't discount. Uh, don't discount because they drive Uber. But you can read between you know, then when they say you drive, you know, they may say I drive for Uber because by night I'm working on this, and they'll show you. I know when I know when I know I you know I know that, you know, immediately when you hear certain buzzwords, then you immediately say, I don't want to talk to him because he works at Uber. What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Get the whole story. Get the whole story. Don't just run off with part of the story. Now, if they say they don't have no job at all, run. Run. All right. The fifth thing, ask them questions pertaining to their family. Ask them questions about their family. Ask them about their family. What is the relationship with your parents? Were you adopted? How many siblings do you have? How did you grow up? Do you want to have a family? If they're older, like me, hey bud, you want to have another child? You want to have more children? You know, I know you're older. Can you have more children? That's the question. Can you have more children? Do you want more children? I believe, y'all catch this. This is for free. A man will do whatever a woman wants if he really wants to be with her. Things that he say that he would not do, he will do. Things that he say that he would not do, He will do. If he really wants, I know I would, but she's got to be locked in. I'm not just going to do things just for somebody. I need y'all to give me a thumbs up. I need you to check. I need you to do a check there. Only half of you have. If you're enjoying this is the way that, YouTube circulates this. I'm trying to get my numbers up, trying to be consistent. You know, my brother RC Blakes is pushing me in, and I just need y'all to. I need y'all to do that for me. Okay. Please, ma'am, please, sir. Um, thank you, Monique. And so, questions pertaining to family. Like I always tell people, my mother was a call girl. My daddy Papa was a Rolling Stone. I tell them stuff, but my grandparents raised me. They were a pastor. Boom, 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 boom. You know, and so I tell them that. Now, here's what y'all didn't know. This is what y'all get in here. Here's what y'all didn't know. I got married again after the 20 years of being married. I got married again. And, I talk about it, but I don't talk about her personally because I don't have that same relationship with her that I had with Pastor Kim that I could talk about it. And so, y'all see my Go With God hat? We can ready to release these on the website. Um, so whenever people ask me how many kids I have, thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate you, April. Whenever I say how many kids, I say I have 5, but then I say, can we talk about it? Because then they ask me the ages and they don't understand that I was married again and we had a child. So it's hard to tell somebody, if I'm starting talking and they don't know the details that I have a young child because they think I just done slept around, but I was actually married again for a little bit, just about over a year, and she left, you know? And so I have to tell people, let's talk about that. Let's not text about that. There's certain conversations that you talk about and not text about because people will get confused and they'll run off and think their own thing. Y'all with me? Y'all with me? And so know what to talk about and what to text about. I'm closing, y'all. Oh my God, I'm 8 minutes over. I only do 30 minutes. Talk about their family. Talk about their family. Learning from their family. Hey, Sasha. Learn about their family. Learn about their family. Were they in an abusive home? Did their mama respect their daddy? Because they're not gonna respect you because that's all they saw was disrespect with their mama, so they gonna disrespect you. Ask yourself, ask them, how was your family life? And that will tell you a lot. Okay. How was their family life? So here we go. Number one, if you're just getting on, you're gonna have to repeat it as soon as I go off. It'll be up in a few minutes. What do you like to do in your spare time? That's what you ask them. Number one. 5 things you should know 30 days in. Not until 30 days. Have y'all enjoyed this? What do you like to do in your spare time? Number 2, what habits are you struggling to break? Number 3, what makes you happy? Do they know what makes them happy? Number 4, what type of work do you do? And why do you choose to do that? Number 5, questions pertaining family. Y'all got them? Now, if you've enjoyed this 40 minutes, I need you to say yes. And I need you to give me a thumbs up there. All right. Oh, thank you, April. Listen, I need you to follow this channel. I need you to tell how many will tell at least 10 people about this channel. How many will tell 10 people about this channel? How many people will tell 10 people about this channel? If you'll tell 10 people about this channel and ask them to subscribe, then put a 10. Put a 10 on the screen. Okay. I need you to tell 10 people about this channel. I am getting ready for the next 11 months. I built this channel to 1,000 in 7 months. I need to build it. I need to see these people join. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. How many of you will tell 10 people about this and help them? How many of you would join a private Facebook group? Just say yes. Private Facebook group. Yes, if you will join a private Facebook group. How many would do that? Private when the right one comes. Okay. Here's what I need you to do. If everybody tonight, I'm having a master class on Thursday the 11th. Master class, Thursday the 11th, $49. I'm halfway sold out. I extended it to 50 this time. It's relationship goal setting. If you have not registered, go to gregdavisshow.com. Relationship goal setting. I want to help you be the best single. I want to help you be the best dater. I want to help you be the best committed in relationship. I want to help you be the best in marriage. Whatever your goal is, you have to become your relationship goal. Me and ANESHA are going to do it together. She's my host, and it's going to be intimate. You can ask me questions. I need you to go to gregdavisshow.com. gregdavisshow.com. There's only 20 seats left. $49.99. Invest in yourself. All right. Invest in yourself. $49.99. How many will register? How many will register? Say I'm in. Say I'm in. If you will register, please, ma'am, please, sir, keep your notifications on so you'll know when I'm coming on. I'm getting ready to do more of these. Okay. Go back and look at the old videos. Okay. Keep this and follow my Instagram. I post the day of that I'm going on that night. Okay. I was a little late tonight. Okay. All right. I need you to register. Greg Davis Show. Thank you. .com. Also, my book, Preparing and Positioning for the Right One. 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 It's $15. You need it. We got some more in, 300 more in. Preparing and Position for the Right One. Okay. Go get it. $15 right now. Go get it. $15. It teaches you how to prepare yourself, just as Ruth did, and put yourself in the right field so that you can find the right man. Thank you, Shakita, for registering. Okay. Go now, get my book. All right. We got some more in. Right now, I need those of you. I need 20 of you tonight. Okay. That will sow a seed for this teaching of $21. This has been a masterclass. How many of you will say, I'm going to give $21? No ebook yet. I'm sorry. How many of you will give $21? Put it in the comments. Just put a 21. Go to gregdavisshow.com or Cash App. Can somebody put in my Cash App? $ Greg Davis 10. I need everybody that will give $21 tonight for this teaching. If you've enjoyed it, this supports all I do. I have writers and everything now. I'm expanding. Okay. How many of you will give that $21? $ Greg Davis 10. $ Greg Davis 10. $. Thank you, Sonia. How many will give that $21? How many will get that $21? Just so it. Greg Davis 10. Contact Greg Davis is the PayPal. Contact Greg Davis is the PayPal. When you get wisdom, you give back to it. When you get wisdom, you give back to it. Wisdom is the principal thing. Okay. Thank you, April. Who else would do that? $, $, Greg Davis 10. I need 20 of you to do that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Contact Greg Davis at gmail.com, PayPal. Okay. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have an amazing night. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. Give that $21 on tonight. Okay. Thank you, Shakita. Thank y'all. Good night. Thank you, Sonia, for helping me. If you just joined, look at this. Over, okay? Thank you. Thank you for the 21. $, Greg Davis 10. $, Greg Davis 10. Thank you. Thank you, Shakita. Thank you. All right. Good night, y'all.